Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word, that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole, and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise out of the dewy grass. Night has worn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you. It is I, your spiritual entertainer, your bard, nothing more, nothing less, here for our Sunday morning Ceridwen service, bringing all people to the cauldron of the Awen. Good to see you, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlight, and the servant of Anubis Vixen is here. Good to see you. And our friend Roy Odin, good to have you here. And ELP, good to see you. Welcome, all friends, to the cauldron of the goddess Ceridwen. It is good to be with all of you. Did you try that butterbeer? No. I tried, for my coffee this morning, I had bought the butterbeer flavoring creamer, the Harry Potter creamer. It's quite good. If you like butterscotch, it is quite well done. Now, I've also tried the butterbeer when I was at Universal Studios. They have a Harry Potter land there. The butterbeer, it's like a cola, which was quite good as well. But you have to like butterscotch. I love butterscotch. Usually that is the candy of the elderly, right? Well, I'm the elderly now. Let's see here. Yeah, it's good to have all you people here for the cauldron of Ceridwen. It's we had a nice astral alignment like last night, right? People were talking about it. All of the alignment energies, moving forth throughout the cosmos, right? Experiencing that energy, attuning yourself to it, right? That's important. You have these opportunities, right? These energies. And sometimes that is for good or bad. And, unfortunately, there's wars being fought in the world, which is sad. Things happen. Check every important alignment of the planets, the shift in the stars. Things happen. And what happened yesterday? War broke out. I mean, it's tragedy, right? I am all for peace. I don't think war is the best solution unless, you're being overridden by a power that wants to kill and destroy you. Yeah. There's always better solutions. We are one humanity. We are one humanity. We are all human beings. We should not fight against one another, right? We should be fighting against the aliens or something, the grays, the people that come and do our butt probes. These are who we should fight against. Let's see here. What's everyone doing today? I'm thinking about playing Veil Guard when my wife is out. She's going to be giving my daughter's driver's ed lessons. They just got their driver's permit. So I'm thinking about maybe recording it as well, Veil Guard, putting it up on my D&D channel. I really like the Dragon Age series. So I'm thinking about trying that today. Mindless Tao is here, and it is St. David's Day. If you are one of our Welsh friends, happy St. David's Day to you. Let's see. Have you seen the story that I wrote about Bard? It's really silly. No, I haven't. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have the opportunity to get to. I think I saw it in passing. It had something to do with me, right? It is good to make stories, right? It is good to have a good sense of humor. I appreciate that. A happy new month to you, Print Jackson. Happy new month to you. Yeah, we're glad that to have all of these wonderful people here in our community. Yeah, I'll let you know. Okay. Yeah, and I get a chance. Yeah, that's one of the things. I don't always get a chance to be active uh, on Discord. Maybe once or twice a day I'll be able to get on there. But I try. Oh, look at this person. He thinks I am Jewish. I there's not even a Star of David up here today. Keredwin is here. Keredwin 316, Mr. Boston. You get these people, they see the star, the pentangle, and they think that I am Jewish. I don't understand that. Mr. Boston, what on here says that I am Jewish? You see the goddess here, Keredwin 316. Now, if you're here, you see that, go give it a touch. You got over 20 people on, and only a few of these. That helps bring more people here. I'll just keep talking about whatever. I'll start talking about the alignment of the planets, whatever I'll talk about. So if you like being here, if you enjoy the conversation, go to the thumb reality up here and give it a touch. I do this for a living. Oh, let's see here. Maybe I'll do an audio recording of it so you can listen whenever it is most. That'd be wonderful. Yeah. What is Keredwin? Keredwin is my goddess. She is the goddess of transformation, inspiration. She is the goddess of wisdom to me. Am I into black guys? Certainly. Yeah, all kinds of people for me. I am a man of diversity. Whoever hits me up on Grindr, no problem. Let's see here. I'm not sure if you saw my message, but you couldn't hear anything but your voice. Yeah, we fixed it. We fixed that right after I saw your message. I fixed it. So the first 20 minutes of the game, unfortunately, you couldn't hear, except for me. You couldn't hear the players, but I had fixed it right after that. Thank you for letting me know about that. I didn't have my streaming software tuned to the proper speaker. So I appreciate you letting me know that. Celadwin is a figure in Celtic mythology. She is a Welsh goddess of inspiration and poetry. Let's see. As stars collapse, be invoked, bend space-time, crown hope using. What is that? Dr. Peppers. I don't know what you're doing. All of this strange math here. I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing. What is the difference? A pagan is a pagan. Same difference. Barbara, I am not a pagan. Not all pagan people are the same. I have lots of pagan friends. Not all of them are the same. Now they think that I am a pagan. I am not. I see archetypes. I am an agnostic. Celadwin to me is an ancestor that is very real, very loving, very wonderful. I don't do any rituals for her or anything. I honor her. I'd love to have a statue of her. Just like you would have if you are Christians, it'd be like a Christian saint to me. She is a guide, an inspiration. She's a wonderful being. So Barbara, it is. What is the difference? There's a big difference, right? Celadwin 3:16. For Celadwin so loved the world that she gave her one and only cauldron, that whoever receives from it shall be inspired. Believe in Celadwin, Barbara. Come to the cauldron of Celadwin. Receive her into your heart. Celadwin loves you, yes. Where am I at here? Roku, my good friend Roku, good to see you. Good to have you here, our friend. And the Oaken Hill Hermit, good to have you here as well. Cody, you are loud and obnoxious. You like music and rhyme. I'm only a fraction of the population, but equate for half the crime. Who am I? I am. Oh, this is a riddle. Look at this. I am loud and obnoxious. I like music and rhyme. I'm only a fraction of the population, but equate for half the crime. Who am I? I don't know. You got me on that one. That's interesting. I love riddles. I put them all the time in my games for my players when I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see here. Where am I at? Christ is king for you, Cody. Celadwin is queen for me. And she said unto them, I am the way, the truth, and the cauldron. No one comes to the Awen but by me. Receive Ceridwen into your life. Come to the goddess, Christian. Receive her. He's being a racist. Oh, is that what Cody is doing? Sir Flame Drop? I will certainly do that. Is there a book you follow or learn from? Let's see. Well, there's lots of books. I mean, all books I read, I learn from. Are you talking about like a religious text? I don't follow any religious text, no. I see wisdom and value in all of them. I don't have like a specific book that I go by, no. I am not bound by the book. Yashawa is a king. Good for Yashawa. Who is Yashawa? Oh my. Bard, he's referring to colored folks. It's a horrible rhyme. All right, what a dick. All right, you goodbye, asshole. We are banning you. Thank you for letting me know that, Sir Flame Drop. You are removed, sir. We don't put up with any racist or homophobic bullshit on here. Let's see. Cindy, you are a witch or a pagan? Yes. I am a witch myself since 2000. I am neither, madam. You are welcome here. Pagans and witches are my friends, but I practice druidry. I am just a humble hedge druid making my way in the grove. Nothing more, nothing less. I am a bard in the order of bards, ovites, and druids. That is all I am. But you are certainly welcome here. Cindy, what kind of witchery do you practice? There's lots of witchery out there, right? And Kiki, good to see you. What's the first word when you hear on here? Grinder. Yeah, not ashamed. I got the all-inclusive access membership. Yeah. Let's see, where am I at here? Dark Ceridwen is back, yes, with the fires of the Awen. Homeboy left in Abrahamic religion to follow paganism. Wrong. I am not a pagan, sir. I am a monotheist. Ceridwen only. Ceridwen is the only goddess for me. Receive her. Come into her cauldron, my friends. Receive Ceridwen into your life. In the beginning was the cauldron. The cauldron was with Ceridwen, and Ceridwen was with the cauldron. And all things came from the cauldron. Receive Ceridwen into your life. Oh, my. Yeah, it's good to have our friend Kiki here. And Nathan, Brandon, how are you doing? Cindy, you understand? Good. Good to have you here. Now, if you are enjoying this, we have this little thing on the top of your phone here, this thumb. Go ahead and give that a push. I do this for a living, and I appreciate people that can do that. And join our Discord community. We have a wonderful community of atheist, pagan, monotheist, aliens, and Bigfoot, all of those people on our Discord server, all getting along under the banner of spiritual entertainment. For the price of a cup of coffee, you could support me and get all access to the Bard's friends right there by buying me a cup of coffee and the join button. That's all it takes. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at here? After the third day, Ceridwen raised, outbid the cauldron, out of the cauldron. You ended up falling asleep not too long after you missed the beginning. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Technical difficulties, right? Oh, man. Let's see here. Mr. Wata, what about the cult of the octopus? What about it? It's fun. There's a tentacle for everyone, right? Why not, right? Wonderful cult. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. What is that? That looks like the Mistra symbol. Oh, that's a peacock. Oh, thank you, Nathan. Yes, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, Mindless Dow. Let's see here. You are familiar with Red Dondo? You have worked with her before. I am a witch, and so I take a little of each culture. and have creativity on your own. So you do witchcraft your own way, is what you're saying, right? Cindy, I never heard of Red Dando. That's some type of deity? I'm not familiar with it. Let's see here. You're a warlock from Mars. I'm a teenager from Mars, and I don't care. Yeah. You know what reference that is? Could someone win the prize today? We're teenagers from Mars, and we don't care. Does anyone remember? I'm probably not saying it right. Does anyone know that music reference? Teenagers from Mars. I bet no one could get that. Let's see here. Rodzilla, beware of what's in his pants. Good morning. I have a serious question. Since we have considered heaven is here on earth, then is there actually hell on earth, or is it evil in hell? It's how you perceive it, right? How you perceive it. The reality of heaven and hell is from your perspective. It's what you make of the world, right? Or, sometimes you are introduced to it, right? If you're in a torture chamber, you're living in hell, right? Everything is here. It's from your perspective. But the nature of the world, the cosmos, is ordered towards the heavenly. It is ordered towards the beautiful, right? You can make a beauty out of your hells. I've lived through hell most of my early life, and I have turned it into a beautiful thing. That is the power that you possess. It is all from your perspective. Now, obviously, in terms of an ultimate place of wonder and beauty, we are not there yet. But it begins now, and you grow in the experience. You grow in the reality. You don't have to wait for it. And many people think of heavens as we arrive. You're never going to arrive. The idea of the beauty is an ongoing experience. And, we live in a world of chaos. Chaos is meant to be tamed. It is meant to become beautiful. And this is an ongoing reality. This is why we keep coming back here through reincarnation. Or if you believe in resurrection, you come back here what? To experience the beautiful, to experience the divine. Now, Christians, they don't no longer believe in resurrection. They think they're going to some place in the sky. But Jesus Christ taught resurrection. He taught people are coming back here. That if you read the book of Revelation, what happens? The God comes to live here amongst us. We don't need the light of the sun because we all become light. Resurrection or reincarnation, whatever mythology of afterlife you wish to have, it is all here in this world. Eden is here, not somewhere else, right? And how I interpret reincarnation, as I've shared many times before, is we keep coming back to make it more and more beautiful, to make it right, to make it sustainable, where we don't have to reincarnate anymore. We have to reincarnate because of all the suffering that is here. The chaotic reality is not sustainable for our experience yet. So we have to keep coming back and making it more and more beautiful, making it more and more sustainable. Ultimately, the mythology of resurrection, I think, is important because you find that in different mythologies. The resurrection, I think, is a very, very important mythology because there will come a time when we don't need to reincarnate, when the world will be sustainable, when the world will be in wisdom, and we're going to continue to grow in that reality. That's how I understand it. And I certainly could be wrong, but no one knows. But that's how I choose to understand it. And how do I have evidence for that? I experience it. I find the divine here. I find it in my growth. I find it in myself, that everything beautiful is here. And I've been growing in that experience. It's kind of like you have to think of you're immersing yourself in water. You can keep going deeper in the ocean, right? You can keep going. When you have the right materials, when you have the right gear, you can go deeper into the waters. And that is how I interpret the reality that we all experience. We keep going deeper in it. We keep unlocking the mysteries, through our sciences, through our arts. We keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into the mystery of beauty. let's see here. All right. So hopefully I answered your question, Rodzilla. Bard, you said you're not a pagan, but when you said you are a witch, I never said I was a witch, sir or madam. I never said I was a witch. I said witches are my friends. Pagans are my friends. I practice druidry. That is what I practice. For me, I don't need to work with deities. Witches work with deities. Not all of them. Some witches, they are like druids. They work with what's already here. They work with the natural energies. Like the famous witch on YouTube, Jenny. Um, she is a wonderful show. She's like a fourth generational witch. She doesn't work with deities. She works with the energies that are here. That's what druidry does. Druidry doesn't. Now, druids, you could practice it any way you want, but the basis for druidic magic is not creating a magic. It is a magic that is already present here that you cooperate with. You become a co-worker with what is here and making the world beautiful. That is how I understand magic. That's what I teach people. How to practice magic is participating in what is already here, what is hidden within you. You know, Jesus said what? The kingdom of heaven is within you, right? It is hidden. It is all here. And druidry helps you to practice working with what is already here. And I think that's what a lot of deities do. I think a lot of deities, you know, these entities, they scam people. Uh, they just show you what is already here. You don't need them, as the witch Jenny once said. What is her name? Let me show you her channel here. She's a one. I tried to get her on the show to do an interview, and she told me to come back in a year, and which I will do because she was too busy at the time. What is her name? Her name is. Her channel is called what? I got it in here somewhere. Let me find it. Ginny Mithriel is her name. Let me copy and paste. This lady, she is from the UK, and I really enjoy listening to her, learning about, traditional. That's her link right there to her page. Tell her I said hi. If you go to say I was sent here by the bot, she probably won't remember me, but she's a lovely lady, and she doesn't work with deities. She's a fourth generation witch. Her mother was a Christian witch. Her mother was Catholic and practiced witchcraft. She is not a Christian, but she doesn't work with deities. She works with the natural, and I think that is a beautiful. I really like her channel. Let's see here. All of them witches are Mother Electricity. You think so, Nathan? Let's see here. Where are we at here? I'm just a tad bit behind, but I will get to all of your comments as usual. And now, and when I give you my opinion, keep in mind, this is my opinion. You're not obligated to accept it. This is how I interpret the world that I live in. And if you find that helpful, then use it for yourself. I'm just doing I'm doing my best. Oh, got something in my throat. I'm doing my best to interpret the world I live in. And if what I say helps you, then use it for yourself. I'm not always right. But when it comes to the mystery, no one has, I think, an upper hand. When people have their scriptures, I think that keeps you in a place where you can no longer grow. When you say, I must believe it this way, when you have dogma enslaves you to a worldview that does not allow you to grow. That's why I'm no longer a Christian. Let's see, where am I at here? Sheik, good to see our good friend the Sheik. Skinny Tubbs, aka Slim. Kevin Gooney is here. We have lots of friends from Canada on here. Gooney. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Kedadwin to all. Our great goddess here we're celebrating. For Christians, they celebrate their Jesus on Sundays. For me, it's Ceridwen 3:16. For Ceridwen so loved the world that she gave her one and only cauldron, that whoever receives from it shall be inspired. Receive Ceridwen into your hearts. She's a wonderful goddess. The basic definition of pagan is a non-believer. Yeah, there's different ways to define pagan. Modern pagans, they interpret it for themselves as they have, a variety of deities that they serve, right? That's how they interpret it. It has different cultural context and memory. Yeah, Bigfoot, yeah. Bard, you are a Platinum Elite Grinder member. Nice. Have you received your diamond encrusted gold jockstrap yet? No, I haven't. I don't have enough points yet. I'm working my way. Um, I'm still trying to, uh, being on Grindr is new. When I left Christianity in October, my wife's boyfriend said, "Let's try something new now that you're no longer a Christian." So I signed up. Let's see here. Why is she playing with fire in the back? For fun. For fun. It's 5:41 p.m. in India. Our friend Cheek here. You are approaching the evening time. For me, it's going on 7:30 in the morning. For me, over here in the United States. Sasquatch is a good person. Yeah, he likes waffles. Yeah, we love our Sasquatch. But then get blocked because a mod is in a bad mood. See it happen. Well, if you're being a dick, my mods will block you. And my mods are well-rounded individuals, and they run the show here. They run the Discord channel. They are all great people, and I appreciate them because they don't have to be here. They do this out of the goodness of their free time, and I appreciate. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to pay them um, when I start, making lots and lots of money here, and we are heading there eventually. I mean, I'm up to just over 1,000 subs every week, and we just hit 19K yesterday. Thank you for that. I should, by the end of March, I should be at 25K. That's the next milestone to celebrate. Then after that, it's 50K, then 100K milestone, right? So by the end of the year, I should, be at somewhere between 50 and 100K. And I should hopefully be making more money by then. And in the future, I hope to be able to pay my mods because they don't have to be here. They do this out of the goodness of their hearts. They are well-rounded individuals, and they help me too because I'm not always. I have opinions. They say, "Look at your opinion here. Let's try to think about what you're talking about here." So I appreciate when my mods correct me, when they contradict something I say. Like, why don't you rethink about what you're doing? So we have like I am a voice piece of the mindset of a community of people. I guess you could say it that way. And this isn't just what I'm doing. Spiritual entertainment is a movement of like-minded people to find joy and peace in this world and harmony through the cauldron of Ceridwen here. That's our mission statement, right? I will end up in hell if I don't repent. Screw you. Oh, let's see here. Ryan O'Neill, good to see you, our good friend. Ryan O'Neill, good to have you here. And our good Norse pagan friend Ulf is here. It's always nice to see you, Ulf. Good to have you here. He enjoys responding to the fundamentalists here all the time. Ulf here, he never grew up Christian. He's always been pagan. He's a Norse pagan. So he's amazed by the way that these people talk on here sometimes. They're supposed to be people of courtesy, people of goodness, right? These Christians. And they're just being assholes, right? Let's see here. Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Nope, that's not what I was quoting. teenagers from Mars is what I was, and no one got that yet. We are teenagers from Mars, and we don't care. What song does that come from? I don't think anyone got it yet. It's not Ziggy Stardust. It's not Ziggy Stardust. Let's see here. Heaven is warm, biscuits on Sunday morning. Oh, indeed, indeed. It doesn't matter where the energy comes from, it's where you send it to. Well, it does matter. I think it matters, right? I think it matters who you are in communion with, who you communicate with. I think that's important. See, where are we at here? He wasn't only about love, he was about justice too. Prove it. Prove your deranged version of justice is what the Christ was about. Prove it. He wants to go. The justice for the deranged mind of the Christian is tormenting people for eternity. That is not justice. If any of our civil leaders were to do such a thing, we would be outraged. That is not justice. Justice is helping someone deal with the things they have done wrong, to come to terms to it, to face what they have done, to make up for it. That is justice, not tormenting people. Willow and Phil, you're having ham and cabbage today with fresh parsley turnips. Look at you. You got to have cabbage on everything, right? We live in the garden, that's right. You have lots of cabbage pies. Oh my. Boiled ham is fresh. Look at you. You have many boiled meats. You are always with your cabbage, right? The high priestess of the orchard is here, Gwendolyn Isadai. Good to see you here. I saw recently in the Discord comments someone had posted up the what was that? The Wheel of Time. And it's very unfortunate that this series was discontinued on Amazon Prime. I mean, it was good. I don't understand why people would not. I mean, this is like a Game of Thrones, basically. I mean, I think it might have to do with the diversity angle, because there was lots of diversity in the representation in it. You have like this violent force against diversity in the world. And the Wheel of Time was very much a show about diversity, right? Same thing with the new Willow series, right? What happened? It's gone. That I loved Willow. I loved it. I only got to see the first episode. I didn't want to get hooked in it and just have eat half a sandwich, right? Because they discontinued the series. I hate doing that. I don't want to be involved in a series where I'm eating half a sandwich. And when they discontinue it, I mean, it's upsetting. These really good shows out there that people are bitching and whining about. Let's see here. Love your enemies. That's right, Vixen. We are trained for generations to focus on the source of creation outside of us. And slowly we are reawakened. Remember that the source of creation, you can claim it's God, is within us. That's very important, right? And this is one of the great evils of Christianity in its institutional form, is it says you don't have that. You are separated from it. You are being punished by the deity, right? You are separated from it. It's complete and utter bullshit. Loving parents don't separate themselves from their children, no matter how wicked they got. They are always there. You're always a part of your parents, and your parents are always a part of you. No matter how much bullshit you have done. Think about that. Look at some of these notorious evil people in society that, like mass murderers. Who goes and visits them in jail? Their parents, right? That's all you got, right? Now, not all parents are good, but the reality of a good parent is that they're always there for you. Even though you've done all kinds of hurt, they are there for you. And the idea of a deity not being a part of your life, separating itself from you, is evil and wicked. This is an evil teaching. The idea that God separates itself from you because you don't qualify, that it can't get its hands dirty. You know what I say to a God like that? Fuck off. That's what I say. That is evil. I don't want any part of that bullshit. A God that separates itself from you. Would you like some boiled meats? No, thank you. I'm all good on the meats. Like Christians arguing over denominations. Yeah. How many denominations do you need? There's like over 10,000. They're like, we have to find new ways to control people. Let's start a new church. Yeah. They're pretty much all the same, right? You walk into these places. Like if you're a new person to religion, you go into a church, you are going to be judged. You are afraid of it. They are not welcoming places. These places are places of control. They want to control the way you think. They want to control the way you behave. They want to make you afraid of God. They are not good. That's why I left. Sit on your cauldron when you use it. Yes. Oh my, where am I at here? Pavel, nice to see you. Pavel Petrovic, good to see you. They don't want help. They want to control using Jesus' name. Lucky for pagans, they cannot be controlled because nothing is written down and followed as a cult. An undeniable fact. Praise Odin. Yeah, it depends on what kind of pagans. Ulf, there are fundamentalist pagans out there that insist that you do it their way or else. It's a universal problem, fundamentalism. You use one verse out of context from the Bible to justify something, ignoring the rest. No, Barbara, you do that. You do that. You ignore all of the terrible things like when God commands killing children and rape. You'll ignore that. But if I gave you my book, Barbara, and said, look, my God tells people to kill children, what would you do? You would say, that's bad. You ignore it in your own book. Don't give me that bullshit. Let's see, where am I at? Just a tad. Wow, I'm way back. Is Christian hell inspired from Greek Hades? Yes and no. The idea of an underworld, a place of the dead, that's pretty universal, right? But the Christians, they go a little bit further. They turn it into a torture chamber. I mean, it's terrible. Now, in classical Greek myth, there is parts of Hades, right? It's torture, it's suffering, torment, right? Especially in the what is the deepest part of Hades called? Tartarus. That is where all of the great evil, wicked beings are kept, right? That win against Zeus. Well, in mythology in the New Testament, if you read in the book of Jude, it mentions Tartarus, where the watchers are being chained up forever and ever in torment down there. Now, just think about that for a moment. Now, what would be more beneficial and more generous for a deity to chain up people and torment them, or to end them completely? I think annihilationism is also bad, but it is in the Bible as well. What would be more beneficial? I mean, this is kind of wicked, tormenting a being for all eternity. I mean, that's terrible, right? Why are you not an atheist? Because I heard a deity. That's why. Because I feel a deity in my body. That is why I'm not an atheist. Now, you might think I am crazy. That's fine. I like being crazy. It gives me purpose. It gives me identity. It makes me a better person. So that is why I'm not an atheist. I'm just an agnostic. It's an album, All Them Witches Our Mother Electricity. It's a beautiful album. Let's see here. We have to unite in spirit and have to become connected in law of one, create spiritual international movement, God's monarchy, equality for all. Yeah, I think, in terms of, I don't really talk about politics, but the idea of like kings and queens, monarchy, these ancient realities, the king is tied to the land. Our great myths, our great legends, right, of my ancestors in Wales, like King Arthur. What's unique about these realities is not their politics, is that these people are tied to the land. They become kings and queens because of what they are bound to the land. There's a history, there's a connection, there's a mystery there that you don't have like in modern democracy, prime ministers and presidents and stuff. There's something beautiful about kings and queens and all of that. Now, not giving the fact that some of them historically were assholes, but I'm talking about the reality of divine kingship, that these people are tied to the land. I think that's a sacred memory. That I was listening to an interview with Robert Plant. He loves Wales. He doesn't live too far from Wales. And he mentions Tolkien loved Wales, right? Tolkien mentions a lot of his stuff is from Welsh legend. And the same thing with the Led Zeppelin, their music, right? A lot of stuff in there is from mythology and from the experience of Robert Plant, right? He is a big contributor to Welsh culture and its preservation to this day. And he was saying how he's influenced by the memory of the land, the land having memory, influenced a lot of his, lyrics and experience, right? Yeah, I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan myself. I love the music. There's something magical about it, right? Something magical. The music is tied to the land. It is tied to the memory of the land, the myth of the land. That's what makes it so powerful. It's why people 1,000 years from now, they're still going to be listening to Stairway to Heaven, right? Other modern musicians, probably not so much, right? That type of music is going to last forever. It's perfectly fine to have your own beliefs, but why use things out of context? Barbara, you're doing that shit, not me. Barbara, I was a Christian for 30 years. I was a missionary. I am well educated in the Bible. I went to various universities to learn its context. Please don't pull your bullshit here. It's not going to work. Okay? The reason why I left Christianity is because of my study of the Bible and understanding its context, which most Christians, they don't read the Bible in its context. They will read it with their theology, is how they read it. They ignore a lot of it in preference for their theology, is what they do. I mean, this is a universal fact. Yeah, Barbara, do you wear mixed fabrics? Do you eat shellfish? Do you stone homosexuals? Do you burn witches alive? Why not? You're not following the Bible. Jesus said in the book of Matthew that all of the Old Testament shall be followed. He said that. He said not one jot or tittle will fall from the teaching. And if you teach people to do less, you will be called less in the kingdom. Christians ignore that. They only want 10 commandments. They ignore what he said. Now, I don't think he said that at all, but let's see, the Bible is a deeply corrupted book, yeah. Can we get your thoughts on the channel since the name change and dog collar removal? Get your thoughts on the channel? Well, I'm no longer a Christian minister, so I took the dog collar off. I was a member of the clergy, so I wore a clerical collar. I left that, in October. So eventually I got it. I was using it for just to, showmanship, really, entertainment value. But I'm no longer a member of the clergy. So, my identity is that of a bard. So I celebrate that. I draw my identity out of my Welsh ancestry, out of the Celtic traditions of my ancestors, and I'm a member of the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. Yeah, that's where I draw my inspiration from for what I do here on this show every day. I am here every day, and I'm going to be here every day for 25 years. I will be here for you. Join our community. Join the experience. There's always content here. I'm always making videos about druidry, about spirituality, lots of things you will find here. I'm going to be here a long time. Let's see. Dogma was a good movie, not a good practice. Yeah. Everything is dogma bar. No, it's not. There are rules. Now, rules in every belief. Now, beliefs and doctrines are not bad. Dogma does not operate. Now, people need doctrines, right, to help them to formulate and to understand their practices. That's not wrong. What dogma says is this is the only way, that it must be this way or else, or they will throw you out of the church, or they will call you heretic, apostate, right? I am an apostate because I say the Catholic Church is evil, its teachings, like a dogma of papal infallibility. Why is it a dogma? Because the Pope is infallible, because he said so. It is a dogma. Why can't Catholics figure that shit out? I'm infallible because I said I'm infallible. They've been doing this shit for years, right? The Bible is the Word of God. Why? Because we said so. You people are all being duped. We are the true church. Why? Because we say so. You people are being scammed. Don't you see that they cannot verify any of their claims? They have their own paper trails that they create. Like with the Bible, they'll say, the Bible is the Word of God. Well, can you prove that? Yes, because it says so. That's a circular argument. If the original Bible was available to the public, it would be more interesting to read. Current Bible is just firewood. Yeah, there's no such thing as an original Bible. The Bible is a putting together by certain communities to have what they want to call a Word of God. There was no Bible during Jesus's time. The Bible ultimately is an invention of the Catholic Church. They are the ones who created a canon. There is no such thing as a Bible, an original Bible. Let's see. Do you teach this to your children? Of course I do. Of course I do. I share. Now, I allow my children to choose their path. My oldest son, he still goes to the Catholic Church. I have no problem with that. He's a Christian universalist at the same time. You find in the Eastern churches, universalism is really a very common thing. But I reject the idea of salvation altogether. I think it is a bad teaching. Now, all of my other kids, they don't go to church. They're not interested. When we left the church, I said, we'll still take you to church if you want. They said, well, my one daughter says, we've had enough church to last a lifetime. Because of they all grew up in the church. We went to church all of the time. My wife, she sees the church the same way I do. Me and my wife do everything together. All of our decision making. We converted into the church together. We converted out together. Is that getting on your nerves? I was playing with something over here. My wife, all that clicking you heard. So she came over here and took it away from you. She's taking away my toys. Oh man, let's see here. You would teach them druidry. Yeah, that's what I teach my family. I celebrate the wheel of the year together with my family, and it's an invitation. Really, I'm not forcing them. I am celebrating something and inviting them into it if they want. Right? I'm not forcing them into it. I did force them to pray with me every night, the rosary when I was a Catholic. That was not an option. They had to do that. But now it is there. If they want to go out to meditate with my grove, they are welcome to do so. Let's see here. Your poodle is like your child, but it seems not to care. Oh, I love animals. Speaking of animals, it's tortoise time. I'll be right back with grabbing my tortoise here. Tortoise time. Oh. Time for the tortoise. Here's my tortoise. Where is my tortoise? Oh, let's see here. Here she comes. She's got a little bit of a hangover. She had lots of strawberries last night. She had a nice strawberry high yesterday. Oh, look at her. She is pressed. She's like, put me back, damn it. I want to go back to my heat lamp. You bring me out here for all these people. Just say hello. Give them a kiss. Give them a kiss. There you are. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful shell right there. She's a precious creature. And she's spoiled. We go buy her special lettuce, special strawberries we give to her. That's one of her favorite. Cucumbers. She's always getting all this food all the time. There you are. Goodbye. All right, back to your cage. Back to your heat lamp. Nice, sweet, sweet tortoise. Nice. All right. Coming back to you. Returning to your spiritual entertainment. Oh my. We love our animals. We love our animal friends here. Lover of animals, I am. As I share with people, it is my life's dream is to buy some property and have a farm and rescue animals. That is my life's dream. And you can help contribute to that by becoming a community member. Go to the join button there. Buy me a cup of coffee. You are contributing to my future dream of having an animal rescue farm. Let's see. The mods are awesome. Yes, they are. If you are part of the Odin tribe, you are not an enemy to the Thor tribe. Even an ancient ancestors did create war. Christians also had ancient ancestors. They did not follow anymore. Yeah, well, that's how modern pagans see things. All of our ancestors, doesn't matter what gods you had, they were always fighting against other people's gods. I mean, that was a thing of the ancient world. I mean, it's a tragedy, right? All of the wars people fight in the name of the gods. And who continued that shit? The Christians. And the Muslims. They continue to fight wars in the name of their gods. Modern pagans don't do that stuff anymore, right? But the Christians, they still try to dominate. They still try to destroy. And so does Islam. These are terrible and evil religions. Bard has the most powerful witches as his mods. They can banish you very quickly with their witchy powers. You're so glad hedge druidry has no dogma or laws. Yeah, you can do it any way you want. any way you want, right? There's no requirements. Let's see here. The Bible is the Jewish creation mythology. It was hijacked by the Christians. Spiritual entertainment is a movement, a community, a mesh of love from all around the world. Yeah, join our Discord server. We have people from all around the world in enjoying what we do here every day, right? Having these conversations, talking about whatever you want to talk about, really. There's no set subject matter. I don't get it. Every now and then I'll have a teaching that from my that I'll put on Substack, and then we'll talk about it on here. Probably like once a week, I have like a teaching that I share from my experience. But usually it's just open-ended. Whatever you want to talk about, I will talk about with you, right? I am a person of conversation, a person of courtesy. As long as you're being courteous, I will be courteous to you, whatever the subject matter is. You actually think the mods are really fair? People get multiple chances to behave. Best mods you've come across, yeah. Well-rounded people here, right? Well-rounded people here. If they listen, first of all, my own heart and mind and try to get along with others who have a different opinion in life, yeah. Yeah. It's when you think you have the only opinion, that's when you become an asshole. Gooey McDougal, you are emotional today? Well, tell us of your feelings. Jesus never said the old laws are abolished. Heaven and earth will pass away, and the earth is still here. Christians, start following the laws. Get your penises circumcised. Stop wearing mixed fabrics. Don't eat shrimp or pigs. If your daughter gets raped, make sure she marries her rapist. You have to follow these rules. You remember biker mice from Mars. Biker mice from Mars, that takes you back. I don't remember that one. Yeah, teenagers from Mars, and we don't care. I don't think anyone will get that reference. That is from, I think that was Glenn Danzig. I think he was in. It was either the Misfits or Samhain, one of his two bands back then. Yeah. Justice is impossible. It's just another word for revenge. Yeah, pretty much. Oh man. Yeah, if you are covered in pee, yeah, go take a shower. I mean, why are you doing this to yourself? That's very unfortunate that you remain in your dirty diaper. Bar, did you see the stupid shit the fundies were arguing about with me on the YouTube video on the Christian love? They were infuriated. I was amazed at some of the shit on there. Like, I just ignored it. Some of the responses, I knew not to respond to it because these people were demented. Once I read that one that says Christianity is not about love; it's a byproduct of Christianity is about repentance. I'm like, what a dumbass. I'm like, I'm not going to even respond to that. That is terrible. The whole religion is supposed to be about love. That is terrible, right? Love is intrinsic to our humanity. You don't need to teach a child how to love you, right? You need to teach a mother how to love her child. Love is something intrinsic. It is within us. There's a chemical reality to it, obviously, right? But love is something that no one teaches you. You don't receive instructions on how to love people. You do it. And what you find in the Christian teaching is how to go beyond the natural. When he says, love your enemies. Now that's a teaching, right? Because that is not natural to do. He's telling you how to increase your love. The whole religion is supposed to be about love, right? The Borg is here. Good to see you. The cargo hold is filling up with Christian fundamentalists. They're eating all your sweet rolls and have never returned your copy of Erectile Dysfunction Weekly. Yeah, that's a great magazine. Yeah. Yeah. People got really hurt against letting brown people in the wheel of time. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was, really. Yeah, that's sad. The Wheel of Time was an excellent show. Right now, me and my wife are watching Fallout. We are just ending the first season. That's really good. Makes me want to play it. I mean, it's like it's beautiful the way that everything seems like it's the game. Even some of the places, I'm like, I remember going to that place. Some of the, I don't know if some of you Fallout players you recognize. I remember that place. The way that the design. Um, you like the series Wheel of Time? You didn't like the show. You liked the show after the first season. The first season was rough. Yeah. Do I teach this to your children? What you see is what you get. My children see this. That is what they experience. You lead by example, right? Season 3 was very good, but the ship had sailed by then. That's unfortunate. Tales of the Crypt. That was a good series. That was from the 90s, right? There's a lot of good. Remember the Monsters series? That was a good one too. Twilight Zone, Outer Limits. Those are all really good. I started watching one from 1980. It's an English horror series called House of something Horror. That was really good as well. Do we really have to love our enemies or just not waste hate upon them? Almost like forgive but not forget. Well, when you love your enemy, the love transforms them, right? It's like what Rhiannon did for her handmaidens in the first near the first end of the branch of the Mabinogi. She didn't have to do that. These handmaidens that betrayed her, she took care of them instead of destroying them. Loving your enemies changes them. It changes you. Your love grows. When you're able to love your enemy, your capacity of love gets greater. You become changed by doing that. It's very important. The idea of destroying your enemies. What does that do in the world? It continues pain. It continues suffering. Loving your enemies is the greatest power that we can have. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to be friends with them, right? If it's not safe, right? There's wisdom in doing that. Robin, good to see you. Blessed be. Yeah, Kedwin loves you. Gwen, read the Bible more. God was super angry at the Levi priest. Yeah, what a prick. Can't control his anger. Thank you for demonstrating that, Barbara, that your God can't control his anger, that he's like a little child. I have all the power, and you're making me mad. I made you that way. Yeah, what a big crybaby. Oh, man. Let's see here. Oh, my. Trying to catch up to your comments here. Let me see where I'm at here. Not too far behind. I think I'm about to get up to the. Wow, yeah, I'm way behind. Way behind here. Let me see where I'm at. Let's see here. Wow. Scrolling through some of this stuff here, and I try to respond to all the comments here as a courtesy to you. I respond to all of them. See here, where am I at? If our enemies beat you fairly, then you can appreciate, but I always try to be nice, even when your enemies backstab you. Yeah, that changes them, right? But you'd be a fool to allow it twice. Yeah, you have to use wisdom in how you do this idea of love your enemies. I mean, it's stupid to go to, hey, I love you, and the person's molesting you or something. I mean, that's dumb. There's a principle behind it. A real pagan wants to learn of every single perspective, of every belief. That's why I don't include fundamentalism into paganism. Yeah. You try to love it, but it's the same love I'd give to every stranger. Different love for different folks. Crystal, forgiveness equals the version of letting go of past hurt requires not forgetting, but allow yourself to learn the lesson. Yeah, you forgive. You don't forget. You have to use, wisdom, right? Why'd you change your name? Because I'm not a Christian anymore. I am no longer a clergyman. That's why I changed my name. SB. Oh, our good friend Billy is here. Good to have you, Billy. Billy has been here since the beginning. A wonderful friend from Texas here. It's always nice to see you, Billy. Thank you for continuing to return to the spiritual entertainment. Let's see where. Instead of tearing down walls, a pagan wants to sharpen the blade. You see how it truly shines without limitations. As far as I have written in Druidry, that we keep going back to the Abrid to learn all that we feel and suffer all, which I like the idea, 3 marks of existence cause it's very samsara-like. Is this another reductionist stream of somebody who thinks he knows it all, needs to plaster himself over the limit? Well, are you another commenter like that is the real question. I'm having conversations with people, is what I'm doing. I never say that I'm always right. I'm responding to comments. There's no reductionist or deconstruction here. I respond to people from my own experience. You seem like you're trying to push that agenda here. The scriptures are clear. Christianity is the tears, and when Yeshua returns, they'll be sent to hell. You're a bitch, Barbara. That's what you are. And so is your God. Always condemning people because you can't get your way. What a bitch you are. Barbara the bitch. Let's see here. Where are we at here? You're a huge bookworm. Gwendolyn is a huge bookworm. American maker. American craftsman is here. Good to see you. Go back to faking and mocking Christianity. You are more entertaining. I only mock people. I don't mock anything except your comments. And I'm not here to do what you want me to do. If you don't like it, then screw off. We are never meant to be an actual place on earth or something. I think that's used to place. Let's see here. I learned at a young age that being called crazy means that others couldn't grasp or get you. It's a sign of victory. Thank you, Kiki. Our good Italian friend Marco is here. Good to see you. I am supposed to be entertained, not entertaining. I don't give a shit. Leave. Go somewhere else and whine and bitch. If you don't like it here, you don't have to be here. It's real simple. Why continue to be a dick about it? Let's see here. I'm entertaining. That's absurdly right now. I'm entertaining. This is absurdity right now. Well, good for you. Be absurd. What am I talking about? Whatever I want to. Dawn Defender, shut up. Why would I do that on my own channel, dumbass? I mean, really, you are telling me to shut up. You don't have to be here. Leave if it offends you. I'm not going to shut up. I do this for a living. Why would I do that? Go somewhere else if you are offended. Yeah, see. Define kingship in the way of the doctor. good baby King Arthur, but even was not perfect, like the Doctor. The Doctor is a mythology. There's no way to define it. No, he's called the good God, right? The mythology of him being good at everything. But what you read about the Doctor is not historical fact. It is our ancestors writing about a reality that they've experienced and are articulating it. And it's not all uniform. All of the mythology about the Doctor is not the same. The fact that he becomes his own uncle and grandpa should determine that, right? Like the King Arthur legends. There's been no historical King Arthur, right? It's impossible to find. Was he a real person? Maybe. Was Merlin a real person? Maybe. But all of this stuff that is written about him, I mean, these are all legends. Father Bard doesn't have to shut up on his own channel. Yeah. Crankin, always the crowd that tells us we worship false idols. Sky Daddy, false authority, and proceeds to name kings, celebrities, or politicians that most following and appreciation. I don't know where you're going with that. Barbara, you're not a Christian. You're just being an asshole, telling people they're going to hell. Let's see here. Your ex-girlfriend's grandparents came from Russia to America and were fascinated by the royals for some reason, which I thought was amusing. Yeah, a lot of people in the United States, they have a fascination, with the English monarchy. I mean, I remember that, who was it? When the prince and the princess got married, about 10, 15 years ago, the school made it, my kids' school, they had everyone watch it. I'm like, well, that's interesting that they would stop school for have everyone watch the marriage. All interpretation of any text is a negotiation. See Dan McKillen? Yeah, he's a good scholar, right? Don't worship words in a book, right? Then drop clerical robes, you're a clown, and you're a dick. Let's see. The scripture says also there is no longer under the law. Yeah, well, what part are you going to follow? There's a lot of contradictions in the scripture. Which one are you going to follow, right? The people that put it together, they weren't interested in historical accuracy or accuracy at all. They wanted books that would support their agenda. That's why they chose which books were going to be their Bibles. They weren't concerned with the accuracy. If the church had to choose now, they certainly wouldn't choose what they have chosen, because these books contradict one another. Oh my. And someone said this was clerical robes. I mean, that is hilarious. Earth is the only known planet in the universe which has trees. Wood is the rarest resource in the universe. Look at that. Yeah, that's interesting. Don't do anything bad. It will come back to you. What goes around comes. Yeah, what you reap is what you sow, right? That is a universal truth. 75% of the planet is covered by water. Yeah, you reap what you sow. Veda, I am a better father than the God of the Bible. I can forgive my children without requiring sacrifices. Yeah, the God of the Bible is no father. He's an asshole. If he was a real father in your neighborhood, Veda, you'd call the police. You'd have his children be taken away. Yeah, being a father myself, helped me to come to the conclusions that the God of the Bible is no father. He's an asshole. I am a better, yeah, I agree with you, Vader. I am not religious, but I like you. Yeah, well, that happens. I have a lot of atheist friends that come on here that enjoy the program. Yeah. I happen to be a little bit more religious than you, but I'm an entertainer. I don't require you to accept what I do. But I do believe in the universal value of druidry, that you don't have to have any deities. It is an earth based form of spirituality. I think that is for all human beings. Um, let's see. Scripture talks about the Catholic Church. Yeah, because the Catholic Church is the editor of the Scripture. I am sure it does. Let's see here. Oh, no. Let's see. Where am I at here? Rodzilla's throwing out facts about the earth here. You remember weekends, you've had threefold return of something. Buddhists have karma, the cosmic scale, like Victorian. Yeah. If you think about the idea of karma, it never ends, right? It's like a repetitive cycle that keeps building up, building up. I mean, people are going to be screwed if karma is a reality. Now, I'm open to the idea, but there has to be a solution to it at some point. Not everyone's going to be free of it. Christians cosplay eating their God. No, they don't, Crystal. That is an exaggeration. Now, as a former Christian and Eastern Christian at that, the idea of the Eucharist is participation in the divine. The divine is given as a sacrifice to you. It gives itself to you, and you consume it to become it. It's very important mythology. I don't think that is wrong. What's wrong is that is the only way. I think everything in the earth is meant to participate in the divine, not just the Eucharist, but the whole cosmos is there to give you divinity. You think the Orthodox Church was involved in the creation as well? Gaia, the sage, yeah. The church before it was split was called the Orthodox Catholics. This was the imperial church. So there was no Orthodox or Catholic Church until, really around the 1,000 years after Christianity is when they started breaking apart. Fish head pies, anyone? No thanks. No thanks. Bad karma is another opportunity, just another tool. Oh, let's see here. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh no. So curious. I know a lot of these things. What is your beliefs, practices? I practice druidry. I don't believe in anything. I know. I experience the divine. I don't make believe. I experience the divinity. I think it is a great evil to teach people to believe in something that you can experience. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not a Christian, because Christians, they have a teaching in their Bible. It says, blessed are those who believe and don't see. I mean, that's a scam to me. I don't want to believe in anything. And I tell people, do not believe in gods. Don't make believe. If there are gods, they will make themselves known to you. That's their responsibility. It's not your responsibility to make believe. Your responsibility is to be open to the mystery of life. Oh, man. Yeah, Holy Communion is not cosplaying cannibalism. That is an exaggeration. You don't have to like it, but the teaching is participation in the divinity. You're not eating a flesh and blood person. Everything that God is supposed to be in the elements. And you receive this into your body and you become what is in. It's just a vehicle. Everything in the world, in the cosmos, is supposed to be this vehicle for you to participate in the divinity. And that's what druidry, you find in druidry the same idea, that everything that is wonderful, everything that is divine, the mystery, it is all here for you to participate in. The difference with Christianity is they only have one miracle. Druidry There's endless miracle, endless ways to participate in the divine. You can have it at every meal if you wanted to, not just at a consecrated host. Christ never wrote the Bible, and the same Bible survived unchanged until now. That's not accurate history. What you had, like let's start with the time of Jesus Christ. There was no Bible. This is very important for people to realize. There was no such thing as words of God. There were several different forms of Judaism. There wasn't one united Judaism. There was many forms, and some of them did not get along with one another. They had their own scriptures. They had their own books that they wanted to be sacred for each of these communities. Jesus challenged these communities. For instance, the Old Testament that you have today comes from the Pharisaical tradition. Jesus didn't like them. He would criticize them. Like in the Gospel of John, he would say, "Isn't it written in your law?" He criticized their books. He criticized their points of view. There was no such thing as a Bible. And this reality continued into the Christian tradition. You had many different communities who began to write stuff down. They had their own ideas. You had thousands, by the time there was a Bible, a New Testament, there were thousands and thousands of books that you have. Even in these books, they were edited by scribes in their communities. They continued to change it. In the 4th century, the church said, we need a word of God, a New Testament. So out of thousands of books, they chose the ones that supported the imperial agenda, the imperial church, the one that was the surviving one, that one ring to rule them all, made the decision. This was not a universal Christian decision. This was one group of Christians, the majority. All of the rest of the communities, you were on board or you would be destroyed. Like the Gnostics, they were wiped out. So that is the 4th century when you get the New Testament. Now the Old Testament, it did not become a canon until the 12th century. The Jewish people, the Pharisaical tradition, continued to edit their books 10 centuries after Jesus Christ. That is the history of the Bible as you know it. There was no Word of God. The Word of God is an invention by the Christian church. They are the ones who did this. So the idea that there was an original Bible is bullshit. It is not historical. There was no original text. There was no original autographs. There were people in communities writing the history, writing their shit down, editing as they went along. That's what you have in a New Testament and an Old Testament today. I'm at the tortoise time. Look at that. That was about an hour ago. Oh, man. Your wife and I are witches. The freedom we felt by leaving Christianity cannot be properly stated on here. Well, you found a home here, Eric. We are friends. Welcome to the Cauldron of Ceridwen. Like and subscribe. See that? Go give it a touch. Right there. You see that little thumb? Come to the Cauldron of Ceridwen, my friends. Come, receive the hour. Oh, let's see. Habitual 3, good to see you. You love my tortoise? Yeah, you probably want to make a stew out of it, Willow. Oh, let's see, there you go. Does your tortoise like cabbage? I've never fed cabbage to it. I've fed lettuce. That is it. And not that iceberg bullshit. The real lettuce. That's what they enjoy. The iceberg lettuce, it doesn't have any nutritional value to it, really. You're welcome, Bork. You're welcome. Your boyfriend is a Satanist and wants me to have a horn god shrine in a house in the future. Just right when you open the door, it's visible to scare the hell out of missionaries. Oh, that would be funny. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Oh my, what's going on here? Oh, scrolling through. Praise Keredwin. No, Willa, I'm not an eater of what you eat. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. The only keys on a Christian fundamentalist keyboard is Control C and V. Yeah, that is so true, right? Yeah, it's always the same script. Yeah, these people don't care about you. They have a script that they have. That's not a real conversation with a human being. Let's see here. Good morning, prayers and blessings. No fear here. Good to see you. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment in the morning. Keredwin 3:16. For Keredwin so loved the word that she gave her one and only cauldron, that whoever receives from it shall be inspired. Christian fundamentalists, come to the goddess. Receive the hour. Open your heart to Keredwin. Make her your personal maiden, mother, and crone. Open your heart. Receive the cauldron of the hour before it is too late, before Goin takes it all for himself. Oh, let's see. Where am I at? Jeremiah's here. Watch out. You're going to share your pretzel recipe on Discord after this. Yes, if you like what I'm doing here, why don't you think about becoming a community member? I appreciate your support. I do this for a living. Buy me a cup of coffee, small, medium, or large. There's a join button. You see it? And it gives you access to our Discord server. We have a wonderful community there. There's recipes for pretzels now. Your dream is to have some property with my man and have a horticultural farm. He already feeds the animals before he feeds himself. Sounds wonderful, Robert. Sounds wonderful. If we get reincarnated, we all be turtles. Yeah. I am of the, in terms of reincarnation, I don't see us becoming I think every proper spirit has their own experience. Some people believe in the universality of the spirit, where you can become a rock in your next life. I see the human spirit as unique, and that it continues rather than becoming a fly or something. Crispy, chewy on the outside, fluffy pillow on the inside. Oh my. Change anything, people will revolt. Yep. Every time. It's full of contradictions, like the biggest underestimate. You committed one sin, you commit them all. Yeah. Right? Are you aware that there are at least 3 people here who just mute you and goon? Well, as long as they like and subscribe. I mean, if you're enjoying it, for most people, I'm here to have a conversation, but I know that there's a lot of perverts out there that you have, your sexual desires for me are unhinged. You have to resort to gooning as you're watching. The earth will pass away when it gets destroyed by the sun, or we destroy it, either way. I don't see that as a destiny of the earth. I think that we can overcome this future problem where the sun will absorb everything. I think there's a greater destiny for the earth. That's my point of view. I think that our humanity has the potential to reorganize the cosmos, to bring it to a state of perfection. I think that we are going to do that, where chaos does not, consume, but chaos becomes ordered. It becomes something of beauty. So that is my hope, that the earth remains forever. See, there are millions of ways that life on the earth will cease to exist. You can enjoy it while you can. Yeah. If God created the world, then why does sin exist? Yeah, he's responsible. You shouldn't bitch about it if you're responsible for it. Yeah. Oh, no, here. Let's see. Where am I at here? Fallout was a great show. Another game turn show I found good was Twisted Metal. I didn't see that one yet. Now, I'm looking forward with great expectation The Forgotten Realms, a series on Netflix and on HBO, Baldur's Gate. Now, they're doing Baldur's Gate 3. I wish they would have started with the Ballspawn Crisis. But nevertheless, Baldur's Gate, I'm looking forward to seeing all of my favorite characters on there. Let's see here. Was this stream from the other night? No, this is all live, sir. All live here. What do we got here? Let's see. Well said, brother. You're welcome, Manuel. Good to have you here. All of our wonderful community here. We're all getting along, having a good time, enjoying the morning with Kedadwin's Cauldron here. You can't beat that, right? There's so much joy here, so much peace for all people. Let's see. There is no creation without destruction. To create heaven, we must destroy. Yeah, and destroying something doesn't have to be a negative, right? It can be a positive. Swiftwind Aquarius is here. Good to see you. Where am? All right, there I am, right here, trying to find my way through the comments. You have become death, the destroyer of worlds. Look at you. Christian, you're going to hell. Pagan, who is in hell? Christian, people like you. Pagan, who is in heaven? Christians, people like me. Pagan, you need to work on your threats. Yeah. It's really tribalism in its finest form. Oh my, what are we going here? All these wonderful people here. Is there a significance to 3:16 for Kedadwin? Well, you have to know, Christians like to, I always post on here John 3:16. So it's just humor. There is no scriptures of Kedadwin. It is just humor, is what it is. You never seed on a toad on a mushroom. Where are we at here? Oh my. Yeah. All these wonderful people here, all the time. We could just take out all Christian afterlife whatsoever and say that both heaven and hell are within us. Yeah, that would be more appropriate, right? It's all from your perspective. Some of the Christian fathers taught that heaven and hell, like Saint Gregory of the theologian, he said that heaven and hell are from your perspective. How you live now is how you die. Let's see here. More of observation. Uh-oh, Kiki's been censored here. What are you doing, Kiki? Oh, my. In the Old Testament, God speaks of self in feminine terms. Yeah, you can find that in there. That is one of the interpretations. It's certainly there. Oh, Barbara, you're laughing. You're having a good time. Well, that's important. There is no creation without destruction. Yeah, we read that. Who is mocking women? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Where are we at here? Trying to catch up to you. Oh, my. Drops. Barbara, you're a bot. Is that what you're saying? Oh, my goodness. Good morning, Trinity, Ivy, Moon. Good to see you, our good friend. Good to have you here. Yeah, trying to catch up to you. Gee, where everyone's fighting. Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own thoughts. Unguarded. The Buddha, yeah. The Buddha has lots of wisdom, right? Like, who gets punished more from anger? The person you are angry at, or you? Right? There's a lot of wisdom in the Buddha. Oh my goodness, here. Merlin and the Sloan Kettering smoked pot. Oh my goodness. The one time I was an asshole and had a cop seen me and I said, hey, all right, Hiroshi, good to see you. Everyone is having fun. Don't worry, guys. Barbara is playing along and everything is well. Oh, let's see. Don't be sexist here. We don't tolerate that stuff here. Oh my. See, in the year of Our Lady Kedwin, 2026, we still have an English monarchy. Yeah. Well, they're a powerless monarchy. They're just more of a cultural reality. I support it. I think it's beautiful. I think monarchies are beautiful. The king is tied to the land. The queen is tied to the land. That's romantic to me. I think that people should govern themselves, certainly. That you shouldn't have dictators like that. But there's something beautiful about the history of monarchy. For me, anyways. That's just a cultural appreciation. Ulf, everything that Christians say about their God sounds like Ymir, but when you ask, their deity is above that. So maybe their God is one of the primordial forces that created the universe. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Ted Anderson, the raptures at any moment. Yes, we're waiting. We're all ready to go. I got my bags packed. Well, I'm ready to go here. I'm packing my bags for the Rapture Mountain, where the Christians go. Let's see. You just need a push. Oh my. Oh my, what's going on here? The rapture isn't like a giant angels and chains breaking through the earth or something. Yeah, they got all kinds of crazy ass ways of talking about it, right? Yeah. Sir Flame Drop, you feel the same about monarchies. Very quaint. Yeah. I look at the romantic angle. I'm not the politics of it. The only religions that I know that teach real love and go back instead just take our pagan, Wiccan, and Native American practices. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of, even in those, right? There's always people that don't live that reality. There's loving people in all forms of religion, even though the religion might not be the best, right? I mean, like, let's take Wiccans, for example. The Wiccans, there's a saying that some people say, they call it bitchcraft because they have a hierarchy, right? They get really, can be really controlling. There's always negatives in things that people start saying that it must be done this way, right? There's supposed to be a book in Tibet that's written by Jesus while he was a student at a Buddhist monastery. Yeah, that doesn't exist. There's no now people can believe what they want about that, but that was Jesus going around the world would have made him unkosher for being a rabbi. I mean, these things aren't historical truths, but people can believe what they want. They're trying to make sense of a historical figure in the context of their tradition, and that's not wrong to do. But the idea that I wouldn't mind if he traveled to, learn from the druids or something. There are people who believe that. They're trying to make sense of him as a historical figure, but there's really no historical evidence that Jesus went anywhere. Let's see here. Going. Your girlfriend and dear partner Kai has a beautiful analytical mind. She sits and reads the backs of every packages, tries to work out quantities and everything. She's very pragmatic. Yeah, that's good. I have, my wife is like that. I don't read, for instance, when I go grocery shopping, I just put it in the shopping cart. My wife reads the prices. So she gets pissed off every time I go to the store. Fun, crowd, and channel. Subbed. We'll be back for more streams. Thank you, Barbara. Have a good day to you. Yeah, Barbara had us tricked in the beginning. We thought she was a fundamentalist, but she had played us all. Barbara played us all. Let's see here. It's a weird comment. Karma is a trick to recycle you back into reincarnation. Yeah, you think so? That's how you see it, Joe Mama? You think that's the teaching of karma does that? Yeah. Cheese God, you want to ask me a question? Well, certainly. You are free to ask me everything about the burger. See, drop it. Yes. Listen to Gwendolyn. She has all of the power here. You must listen to our friend Gwendolyn here. She is the guardian of conversation here. We don't have to take sides, right? We don't have to, like, when someone makes a decision, I respect the decisions of my moderators. And if I disagree with it, I will just read the comment. I think when you start ganging up and fighting, building, forces, I mean, that's not healthy. You don't have to agree with the comment. I mean, that's the activity of the moderators. But we shouldn't build forces against one another. I support so and so. I support that. I mean, that's unhealthy when people start fighting, right? Then it goes to another level where then people get really enraged and pissed off, and they don't want to be a part of the conversation anymore, right? Let's see here. Alpha Sonic, nice to see you. What is your opinion on embodiment? You have to define that for me. What do you mean by embodiment? Cheese God, I once met a Celtic practitioner, and he always used some wooden clogs on the wall, and he used to click on them to our girl in the Wizard of Oz, clicked on her shoes in the movie. Well, people are free to do whatever they want in the world, right? That's an interesting thing. I've never heard of anything like that. You ever wear clogs? They are quite uncomfortable. They're those Dutch shoes, the wooden clogs. They are quite uncomfortable. When I lived in Michigan, they had a Holland, Michigan, and it had a huge Dutch community that lived there, and they made wooden shoes. And I tried a pair on. I'm like, this is terrible. I can't wear these. Oh, yeah. Can speak Indonesian? No, I cannot. Oh, no, a woman makes a fuss. Heaven forbid that a man can handle it. Ooh. Oh, let's see here. Then he claimed it was for luck. Well, maybe it was, right? We can create our own series of symbols that we use to manifest luck or other things, right? That's all our creation, our creativity, knocking on the wood, right? Does that really do anything? Maybe. But the person's will that makes it happen. Let's see, cucumber, you storm in like cocktail form? You think karma is real and simple? Smile can be contagious. Gesture can go a long way, providing you expecting nothing in return. Yeah. No, I cannot speak Indonesian. I don't have the ability. I only speak English. Let's see. I tried druid in a burning crusade, but went back to being a warlock. Well, were you talking about Diablo the game? Is that what you're talking about? That's not the kind of druidry that I teach here. Scott, Super Scott is here to save our day. Good to see our good friend, the Super Scott. And when I get to the end of the comments today, that I will going to call it a show, or whatever happens. So if you keep commenting, you'll keep me here. If not, when I get to the end, I will call it a day. And it's going to probably take me another 30 minutes at least to get to the end of the comments here. Yeah, like and subscribe. I'm here every day for your entertainment privilege. You see that up there? You give it a touch. Every day there's content. Every day there's YouTube shorts. Every morning there's a YouTube short. Every week I make a video about spirituality in some form for your entertainment viewing. There's always things here. And in our Discord community, there's always people talking about everything. It's a wonderful place to be. And we're going to be around a long time. Join our community as it flourishes, as it grows. We have a really solid, good community of people. Think about becoming a community member for the price of a cup of coffee. That is all that it takes. Go to the join button. What is the stigmata? Those are the wounds of Christ that manifest, right, on people. And most of it, I think, is a psychological manifestation for some people. There are people who get it, and they get it in the wrong place. And when you tell them that the right place is here, they'll get it here instead of in the hands. I think it is a powerful psychic manifestation. You were a Buddhist in the past life? Let's see, books have been held back from the Bible. Yeah, because they don't work with the agenda of the church. Jimmy, nice to see you. There was a bunch of people claiming to be Messiah at the time, and there still is today. You know that those Jewish gentlemen that wear those old clothes, they look like Amish, the Hasidic Jews. They had a Messiah, like, what was it, about 100 years ago, 50 years ago, that was doing all kinds of miracles, and they started promoting him throughout Judaism, throughout the world. And he still has a following today. I don't know if you knew that or not. A lot these Hasidic Jews had a Messiah figure. He was very popular. He was doing miracles, raising people from the dead, everything. I mean, he was quite well known in Hasidic Judaism. Let's see here. Yeah, there's been lots of messiahs, lots of saviors, lots of miracle workers in time. And some of these people, they are cult leaders. They use their powers to control instead of benefiting humanity. Happy St. David's Day. Our good friend from Wales here. They are celebrating this wonderful festival of this great St. David. Let's see here. Vin, you are taking a shit right now? Good. I'm glad that I'm able to bring out the best in you. Yeah, Gnostics were onto something. I think so. You want to make clay things? You have diarrhea today? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you're having bowel issues. Pray for me. I think you should go, Vin. You need to go to a good Pentecostal church and have them do a lay on of hands and an anointing with oil over your backside. And have them put your butt up and have them start speaking in tongues over it. That's what you need. You need some good Pentecostal people to bring you the healing that you need to have a proper bowel movement. This man is a con artist. Prove it. You have made the claim. See, all of these crazy sons of bitches that come on here, these drive-by Christians, you make your claim, but you don't prove it. Please prove it, sir, that I am a con. I'm an entertainer. That's it. Yeah. Derek Bendoverman is here. The Torah was around 1,500 years before the Bible. Was it? Was it really? Can you verify that claim? Or are you basing that on what? The Torah means teaching, right? There were the books of Moses. The books of Moses were not universal. Then you had different groups that venerated them and used them in different books in different ways. For some Jewish people, Moses was just a collection within the greater Jewish experience, right? So you cannot verify that. Oh, there was no Bible. That's why they're called scriptures. That's right. Yeah, the Ethiopians have a different Bible than the rest of the Christians, right? Are you a Satanist? No, I don't do Satan here. Someone say Satan? Now, the Ethiopian Bible, what it does is it has most of the Septuagint in it, right? The original Greek manuscripts that were in the Jewish communities. That's all that it is, which includes the Book of Enoch. That was a very popular literature during the Second Temple period. And that formed much of the early Christian community. Now, if you don't understand the Book of Enoch, you're not going to get a lot of things in the New Testament. It's very important. Jesus is Lord. I rebuke your blasphemy. Nothing's happening, asshole. Nothing's happening. Yeah, you're supposed to rebuke the demons. They are laughing at you. All of my demons laugh at you. You're a powerless Christian. The writings of Buddha have survived. Were better than far older writings of Jesus. Well, you can assume that, right? You have people writing stuff down. Did the Buddha write anything down? These are, these stories, these teachings, these thousands of years ago. Yeah, remember to like and subscribe if you are here. Go up and give that a touch, that finger. You're jealous at people at the pottery wheel. You on the other hand, your hobbies, you've saved myself from spending. Yeah, that's a really beautiful skill. The people that are able to make the pottery. I mean, it's a unique talent. Yeah. Yeah, the Apocrypha, that's all made up. I mean, they don't want it to be the word of God. They'll say, oh, that has good ideas in it. We'll keep it around. I'm a creep. What the hell am I doing here? I rebuke the demons back into us. You love the song, creep? Do you feel rebuked? I'm feeling a little bit. He rebuked the saying. It doesn't count. I'm still talking. He has no power. Yeah, rebuke me, Daddy. Oh, you're all too funny. Why don't you have a wife of kids? I do. I've been married for 26 years. I have 8 children and 3 grandchildren. My wife's about ready to take my daughters out for their driver's lessons. They got their driver's permits, and she's got to teach them how to drive. I don't let them drive when I'm in. It makes me too nervous. You're really trying to hold it together, but your poop hurts bad? Well, I don't know. What do you think? Go stand over the toilet or something. I don't know what to tell you. I'm an incel? Prove it. You can't. You're just being a dick. I'm effortlessly funny. Yeah, it just comes naturally. Just comes naturally. You want me to pray for your chocolate starfish? Well, like I'm telling you, you need to go to a good Pentecostal church. Have them shove their hand up there and start speaking in tongues. Beep, bop, bop, poop, 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 bop, bop, beep, poop, poop. That's what you need. Heather the Black is here. Heathen Heather. Good to see you again. Blessings and greetings. The earth is healing through positive thoughts and actions. It's always nice to see you, our friend. Yeah, she is referred to as heathen by her former people of service. She did like nursing, and she would help these people, but because she was not believing in the same way they wanted her to believe in, she was referred to as the heathen. Yeah, it's an unfortunate story of a a lack of kindness to the people who are trying to help you to live. I mean, it's really sad. Yeah, Brent is, tell him, Brent. Nice to see you. Oh, man. You think the solar flare is going to initiate 5D properly? The people who come here and tell us to go back to Jesus is the most stupid thing you could say. Yeah, you don't like it. Tell them. Yeah, tell them. Oh, man. Let's see, where am I at here? Trying to catch up to here. I'm a little bit behind. Wow, I'm way behind still. I'm still way behind. Oh, shit. Wow. Bard won't read my comments because I'm so far behind. Robot Wolfie is here. Good to see you. I see Natalie is here and Joey. Natalie Reiki Master's here. Let me see. I'm going to cut these comments in half here because I'm way behind. Let me see what I can do here. Let's see. There we go. All right. I had to dissect the comments here because I was way, way, way behind. And I needed to catch up for your purposes. Billy Elliot. Moses is before the bowl fire time, before Taurus. So Moses is the constellation before Taurus. Yeah, honestly, I think Moses is all made up. There's nothing to say that he was a real person. There's no historical evidence for it. Good morning, Joshua with many, many wives. Joshua has a wife for every day of the week. If you need any marriage advice, and Joshua, he's real good at it. Everything except nothing his book is real. Yeah, Godspeed. Happy St. David's Day, everyone. May Odin be with you all. Thank you, Blake. Let's see. Prove anything you say, powerless. Bend over, Bard. No, I wasn't talking to you, Brent. Brent2597. We have another community commenter here. His name is Bend Over Brent. Now, I wasn't talking to you. Now, I can make you a bend over person too if you want, if you are enjoying that. Let's see here. Inquisitor Bacon is here. Trampus Bowmaster. All of our good friends are here. And Robin celebrates the new year for Robin today. What about Ra? I don't know. What about Ra? What, are we leaving him out of the light? If the Buddhists didn't write, how do we know of their teachings? Dumbass again. That's not what I said, idiot. I said I don't believe the Buddha wrote all of these things that have come down to us. These, I think, were written by his followers. Kind of like Socrates. Everything was written by Plato. There's no guarantee to know. Now, that isn't bad. Brent is on here just being a dick as usual, right? Let's see here. May Ceridwen lead you to the light of her cauldron. Thank you, Trampus Bowmaster. Let's see here. Jesus didn't write either. Yeah. Atmos, good to see you again. Yeah. Tell him, Robin, no homophobia, transphobia, racism, albiism, speciesism, sexism, beastism, whatever. We can keep going. The bee song to creep is just as good. Faithless, the Wonder Boy. Good to see my grinder buddy Steve on here. We had a great time buying 7-Eleven last week. Praise Ceridwen. Oh, poor Brent. Are you crying? Oh, poor baby. Let's see. Hey, Brent, guess what? I'm just going to ignore you from now on, since you want to be a dick. You looked up the Kalich last night? Yeah, lost to time. It really means lost, the losing of day. I don't know. The Kalich is, to me, is the lady that, brings in the rot, brings in the death for renewal. Let's see here. Am I going to the donkey show? No, I don't do bestiality here. Not into that stuff. No, I think that's terrible. Let's see, where am I at here? Oh, Kedadwin. Where am I at here in the so many wonderful friends this morning. I missed everyone. I am grateful for you all. Thank you, Natalie, Reiki Master Natalie, who has a wonderful channel that you can check out daily readings on. I just think it's absolutely there's any and all other religions was okay, but you believe in Jesus Christ. Oh, but Brent, you're just a dick. No matter what I say, you want to be a dick. So I'm not going to respond to you. Any person who denies Talos is terrible. Talos is the only true god of the Nords. Those freak pointy hair bastards, the Thalmor, will not take our deity away from us. Damn it. Oh, see here. I don't know, you hear my stomach growling. Let's see, trying to catch up here. Yeah, when I get to the bottom, I'll call it a day, but I'm still kind of far behind here. Oh, no, what's Kiki? What's you doing here? We have equal male moderators in here? We do. I have 2 male moderators. I have 2 of my gay buddies, Steve and Knight of Cypher. They are the gentlemen that are the moderators that are here. Steve is here. I didn't see Knight of Cypher. Going back to Jesus means you have to be with Jesus in the first place. Swamp Hodag, our wonderful friend. Good to see you, madam. Good to have you here. I love you, Bard. Thank you, Duty. I got so many lovers on here. Good to have you here. Oh, you're cursing everyone that stands against you with eternal destruction. I'm going to send them to the underworld. Oh, my. It's about not following a fool. Well, don't do it. Not to be you get angry? Yeah. I don't want any more moderators. What I have is all we need. We have a nice selection of moderators. I don't need any more. I'm very happy with what we have here. Oh, man. Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Is something wrong with female mods, Kiki? Yeah, I think that we need to be at peace here. There's no need to keep going after the moderators. You know, I usually ban people permanently for doing that, for going after the moderators, because the moderators are the pillars of the community here. They are the ones that put everything together on the Discord. I mean, they're the ones running everything. Oh, man, what do we had here? Morning, breath of whom of spirit here. Good to see you, our good friend Breath of the Phenuma. Good to have you here. How is your studies in Obid going? Haven't heard from you. I hope you're doing well. How is your studies going? This is one of our friends from the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids here. I met him on the Obid channel. Let's see. Oh, there's a goddess in my room. She's getting ready to take my daughters out for their driving lesson. Let's see here. I'm done too. Uh-oh. See you tomorrow, Kiki. Yeah. Where am I at here? It's trying to catch it. Feels like there's a lot of heat on here. Well, there's sometimes people can be disgruntled. You know, you never know what crawls up your ass in the morning. Could be a spider in there. You know, who knows, right? If you're got a bone to pick with me, go ahead and DM me. Yes. Everyone block Brent. Let him whine to himself. Oh, man. Yeah, they don't act like Christians, do they? Our morning astrologer, Lewis, says, I'm good to see you. Lewis, our morning astrologer, good to have you here. You're leaving now. You're leaving now bestiality. You're leaving bestiality behind, just on your D&D character, and all of the experience of the D&D druid, right? All right, now be positive. You're insulting my family, so I'm going to ban you for good. Goodbye. That was just unnecessary. You can insult me all you want to. Don't talk about my daughters or my wife or other family members. I will remove you permanently from our community here. I mean, that's unnecessary. Oh, let's see here where I'm at here. Women shouldn't drive. Where's Sir Eric's tinfoil stream, damn it? Yeah, that'll have to be in the evening when I'm high. Let's see. If you're, let's see. Curse you all with eternal destruction. Yeah, that's what they always say here. Oh, my, here. Yeah, there's no such thing as eternal destruction. Yeah, it's all made up. I am at peace, but I sense very boundaries needing to be established and reinforced. Yes, my moderators, they have a shield next to the name. They have been given the badge of boundary making. I appreciate all of my moderators and all of their hard work that they do. You keep laughing when you hear the angry folks put their negativity on here. Yeah, Bard is an awesome guy. Thank you. Yeah, I know how to respond to them, right? I will live forever. Good for you. It's good to be able to do that, right? Informative and fun. If you don't like it, okay. But don't be a dick. Thank you, American Maker. Let's see. It took a sacred day yesterday, the alignment, right? Accept my subscription to Senior Citizen Swingers. OnlyFans. Oh, J-Man's got a great, if you want to check. Now, I have an OnlyFans too, where you could see me skyclad running around worshiping the goddess. But on him, he goes to like old people communities and does, all of his naked elderly folks. He tries to see the beauty in the wrinkles. Yeah. Oh, we all need to grow old as well. Yeah. Dorian Gray. Oh, my. You like wieners? You keep giving us for Secure? Well, whatever you like, right? If you like wieners, that's fine. If you enjoy them, that's great, right? Oh, man. It feels calm in this moment when you followed your instructions. You realize the universe has always said, yeah. Bard has teased me about some comments, but it feels good. I don't hate. I love the laughter. Because it's spreading joy. Yeah. That's what I do here. I spread joy. That's right, Bard. Get it on. Shit. Don't be a dick. All right. How do you feel about today's movement, Bard? All caps is easy to find. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Let's see. Is that a sin in your culture? All right. We have come to the end of the show, my friends. We have made it to the end of the comments. I thank you for being here. I will return to you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for your spiritual entertainment on Monday. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.